Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we're going to show you how you can create expressions in Power Automate. We will be working with string and number expressions. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. So let's get started. I'm in Power Automate and I'm going to create a flow. So I'm going to click the Create button. Let's go to Instant Cloud Flow. We need to give the flow a name. We're just going to call it Expressions. We're going to choose Manually Trigger a Flow. We're going to press Create. Now, if I go to New Step and I press Compose, notice here on the right, we have the expression area right here. Now, this expression area is small and very limited. So what I want you to do is I want you to change to the modern expression editor. So to do that, you click on the settings and go to View All Power Automate Settings, where it says Experimental Features. Turn it on and press Save. Now, since we didn't save our flow, none of our changes have been saved. But we now will have the modern expression editor. So if we go back to New Step and type in Compose, you will see now we get the modern expression editor, which is larger than what we had before. So this is the area we're going to be working with today. So we're going to be working with string expressions first. And so the first string expression we're going to work with is called concat. And what concat does is it combines two strings together into one. So I can go to New Step, type in Compose, go to the expression editor. Now, if I want to combine Power and Automate together, I can use the concat function. If I press Save, save here. Let's test it. You'll see that our output combined Power and automate together into one string. We can add a space. So now we get Power Automate with the space in between. So that's how you use the concat expression. Now let's look at substring. So the substring allows you to find a string based on the number of characters that you specify. So let's remove this. I'm going to put in substring Power Automate. So the first parameter is the starting position, which is 0. So we're going from the left. So we're saying, get me the first 5 characters from the left. So our result should be power. Hit save. Let's test. And our output was power. The next expression we can look at is called to lower. So to lower allows us to get the lowercase version of a string. So if I want to lowercase the word power, I put in to lower and put in the string power in uppercase. Hit save. Save. Let's test. You can see our output is all in lowercase. Now we can do the same thing for to upper. So if I have an input string with lowercase, like this, I can make it up in uppercase. You see now our output is all in uppercase using the to upper expression. Now let's look at how we can use index of. The index of gives us the index of a specific character. So if I want the index of the letter T, it's going to be the first T in the word automate. It's going to give us that index. Hit save. Test. You see that our output is 2. Remember that the positions start at base 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 is A, 1 is U, T is 2. Now let's look at how we can use the last index of. Just go back to expression window. We're going to use the last index of. So we have the word power automate, and we're looking for the index of T. Hit save. And our output is 12. So that T was in the 12th position. Now let's look at how we can use the split expression. So back in our expression window, we have a split looking at Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI, and we're splitting it by the comma. Hit save, save, test. And now you see that our string has been split. Now let's look at some number expressions. I'm going to remove this. We want to find the minimum of a list of numbers. So the first thing I'm going to do, go to New Step. I'm going to create a variable. Choose initialize variable. I'm going to give the variable a name. I'm going to call it numbers. It's going to be an array. And I'm going to supply values in here. We change some of these numbers. All right, so these are our numbers in our array. And what we want to do is find the minimum value in our array. So go to New Step, type in compose. Go back to expression window. You can say minimum variables, and the name of the variable is called numbers. And this will give us the minimum value of the set of numbers. Test. So the minimum value of our set of numbers was 1. Let's verify that. If we look at our list, you'll see 1 was in our list of array. We can do the same thing for finding the max. Let's find the max of a list of numbers. We can use the same list. All we need to do is change this. To max. Like this. Hit save. Save. Test. And we get 214 is the maximum number in that list. So that is how you can get started using Power Automate expressions. Thanks for watching.